Lindsay Jones here, the Party Plan Coach from PartyPlanDivas.com, coming to you for another Monday Mingle here on our blog. Monday Mingle is where we get together every week to discuss one topic to kind of get to know each other better, our customers better, our readers, our followers, and each other just a little bit better. So today's topic is, what is the most difficult habit you have ever tried to break? Were you successful with it? And if so, what do you think attributed to that success? So I'm actually a believer that pretty much every negative, bad thing that we do is based on habit. There's tons of studies that show that things like always being the person running late or being unorganized, hitting the snooze button, all of those kinds of things are based on habits. They're not that we're terrible people who are late all the time or that, you know, our basic DNA is that we're unorganized and stuff like that. It's all habits. And so I have overcome tons of bad habits. I used to be an overwhelmed, overworked, always late, totally unorganized, stressed out mess. And I changed it all. I've changed all of those habits to, to where I'm scheduled. I'm never late for anything. I actually get a little frustrated with people who are late because, I think it's such a negative thing about my time. I'm very, very organized. I went to the total other end of the spectrum with that, before not being able to find anything to now being, able to put my hands on absolutely everything. So I changed all of those habits, and that's actually what I teach at Party Plan Divas, and that's who I work with. We do, of course, talk about direct sales and booking parties and all that kind of stuff, but our foundation has more to do with organization and time management and having really great habits and putting together a schedule that works for you. I have a schedule that works for me with coaching. I have a schedule that works for me with my direct sales companies that I work with. I have a schedule that works for me in blogging, and that's how, when people say all the time, how do you get it all done? It really is based on that schedule. So I have changed all kinds of habits, and I've done so by creating new habits. You can't break a habit. You have to replace it with a new one and a healthier one. And the way that I did that was very, very simple. It was baby steps. I say, how do you eat the elephant? One bite at a time. So it was things like, making sure that I left early to arrive somewhere early instead of late, and taking a minute, even in my car, to kind of celebrate that I had gotten there early, and reinforcing that new good habit, which was to arrive somewhere on time or even early. Now, one habit that I did really struggle with, and in fact, changing the habits to being on time and being organized and stuff like that, was probably some of the easiest things that I was able to change. But one that was really, really hard was quitting smoking. And if I have any smokers that are watching me right now, I get it. It was very hard for me. I've been quit nearly 10 years ago now. But it was very, very hard for me. My husband smoked. My friends smoked. I was very social. I was in my 20s, so I was going out a lot. So back then, you could smoke in the bars and restaurants and all that kind of stuff. And so I was around it a lot. But I think what really did it for me, I watched my grandfather, who I was very, very close to, pass away from emphysema. And it was a horrible death. It was a painful death. It was sad. It was long. It was drawn out. It was horrible. And it took a real toll on me watching that. And so I never wanted my girls to ever see me suffer the way I watched my granddaddy suffer. And that's what it was for me. So I literally laid them down one day and never touched them again. Now, I was probably not the most fun person to live with for the few weeks after that, I will admit. But, I think that's what did it for me, was just seeing that and realizing that I didn't want my children to go through that. All of that to say that I think that when it comes to changing a habit, to breaking a habit, whatever, there's this moment, there's this time that it happens that you're unwilling to do that anymore. Whether it's you're unwilling to be late all the time or be stressed out all the time or whatever, there comes this moment where you're just like, I'm not doing this anymore. And it's a moment of clarity, and it's a moment of intention, and things change from, gosh, I'm so tired of being sick and stressed out and whatever, to, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, this is not who I'm going to be. I want more for myself than what I'm currently giving. And so when that moment happens, you get really committed, and I really think you can change anything. Like I said, I'm living proof. I am a completely changed person than who I was 10 years ago, and that's changing those habits. So I'm excited to hear what your habits are and what you may have changed. If we have any other non-smokers, former smokers that we can celebrate with, or people who are getting back on track with their organization and stuff like that, or maybe it's something else that I haven't even thought of. Share it with me. Upload a video to YouTube, or you can answer this same question on your Facebook page or a blog if you have one, and then be sure to head over to partyplandivas.com, click on blog up in the right hand corner, and link up on our Monday Mingle for April 6th of 2015. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.